ladies and gentlemen, to NXT, and tonight we have a great night in store for you, including Jon Moxley taking on the current #1 contender Carmelo Hayes in a big-time main event matchup, as well as a big Fatal 4-Way Tornado Tag match here tonight to kick us off.
This is gonna be good.
Here we go with our opening Fatal 4-Way Tornado Tag Team match, ladies and gentlemen, as we are going to have some new teams getting an opportunity for a tag title shot at NXT Takeover in your house. And it is going to be the Grizzled Young Veterans in this matchup, with 3 other tag teams fighting to get that opportunity to take on Legado del Fantasma just in a couple weeks' time at NXT Takeover in your house. We have a big night for not just tonight, but coming for NXT Takeover in your house. We'll talk more about that here in a little bit, but we are going to be seeing new tag teams making their way to NXT, and a lot of newer tag teams. The new generation of NXT tonight is going to be on Showcase. As you see, the Grizzled Young Veterans, they wait for the next tag team in, and it's going to be, yes it is, it's going to be the new tag team of Hit Row. There is Top Dollar, ladies and gentlemen, making his way down to the ring, making his presence known. This is the big man making his way down, representing Hit Row. Hit Row will be making their NXT debut tonight. Ashanti De Adonis will be accompanying Hit Row's big man right here, and this will be a big time for Hit Row to see what they can showcase. Here on NXT, we've seen live events that we've had here, and they've been very impressive. But the thing is, this is a Fatal 4-Way matchup, and it's going to be very tough to see, how it is. If it's a normal tag team match, you can really kind of showcase your skills to an extent. I'm not saying you can't do it in a Fatal 4-Way Tornado Tag match, but it's going to be a little bit harder because the match is going to be all over the place. And there's nothing wrong with the match being all over the place, but I think you guys understand what I'm saying is you can't really focus on the matchup too much because, people are going to get thrown over the top rope, all over the place, through tables possibly. You never know. As Top Dollar waits for his tag team partner, Ashanti De Adonis. And I'm probably butchering his name, and so I do apologize for that. Mr. Adonis with B-Fab. She will not be out here at ringside in this matchup. But there is his tag team partner, ladies and gentlemen. Ashanti De Adonis. A very fashionable young man. We'll see if Hit Row will be able to get that opportunity at NXT TakeOver in your house. A lot of good tag teams here in NXT, including the Lucha House Party, Danny Burch, and Oni Lorcan, and so many other tag teams that I could go on and on with. But adding Hit Row to the tag team division is very good to see. You gotta love that. And with NXT TakeOver in your house coming up, a lot of matches have been solidified with the likes of CM Punk and Triple H. If CM Punk wins, he gets a NXT Championship matchup whenever he wants. If Triple H wins, CM Punk has to disband his group known as Punk Society with himself, Ilya Dragunov, and Karrion Kross. So we will see how that will be faring as well. As we can confirm to you as well, Jon Moxley and Chris Jericho, the newest signings to NXT, they will be going one-on-one at NXT TakeOver in your house, and that should be a barn burner for sure. And also, we can confirm to you now, it is going to be Grayson Waller taking on Christian Cage one-on-one in a hard-fought matchup. We can tell that, Grayson Waller has not been, was not too happy with, Christian Cage coming out and attacking him when he debuted. So we'll see how Grayson Waller, he personally requested that with Triple H, and he has accepted it. So that is going to be another big matchup as we wait for another tag team. As here we go, the Creed brothers, ladies and gentlemen. Two very impressive superstars making their way down to the ring. Got the athletic background both of these men do, but we're going to have to wait and see how that is going to be faring for the NXT Tag Team division. Two absolute studs when it comes to the NXT Tag Team division. As one of them, Brutus and Julius Creed, here making their NXT Tag Team debut here tonight. And who is the final tag team that will be joining NXT tonight? Who is stepping up to the plate? What other tag teams are in store? Will we see one of the other tag teams that we've had here before? And let's go ahead and see who we got. As, oh my goodness, are you kidding me? It is the return of the Revival, Cash Wheeler, formerly known as Dash Wilder, making his return here to NXT. Cash Wheeler making his way down to the ring, and his tag team partner, looks like they're going to get each other separate entrances in this. Normally they come out together, but right now they'll be separately. But the Revival are back, and they are here in NXT. FTR, one of the better tag teams in all the world today, adding another key piece in the rebuild of NXT. There's nothing wrong with that. You got a lot of new superstars, but it's always nice to have a little mix of veterans in there. As now here comes his tag team partner, Dax Harwood, making his way down to the ring. Mustache on fleek. A little caterpillar on his face, but nonetheless, the Revival, FTR, making their way down to the ring. Big matchup. Imagine if FTR wins tonight, they will go on to take on Legado del Fantasma, and a highly anticipated matchup there. I know these matches would be very good, but I mean, I personally would like FTR to take on the return of FTR to take on Legado del Fantasma. It would definitely be a hard-hitting matchup for sure. As it looks like we are about ready, ladies and gentlemen. Winner goes on to NXT Takeover. Who is going to win that? Here we go. Looks like we got Grizzled Young Veterans coming right after FTR here. And oh my goodness, James Drake with a brutal maneuver there. And now, one of the Creed brothers with a brutal suplex onto that hard part of the apron there. And like we mentioned, this matchup is going to be hard-hitting for sure, all over the place. Consistent action is going to be held in that middle of that ring tonight. And I think after NXT TakeOver in your house, you got to expect a lot more, focus when it comes to these newer players here in the NXT divisions. As here we go with the double pinfall. Imagine, I don't know who would win this matchup. It seems like it would have been Dax if he would have been able to get that first pinfall, I should say. Looks like Dax is going to go for, I thought for a minute maybe he's going to go for the trifecta of suplexes, but he's going to hit a double suplex just for good. As later on tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we have a 6-woman tag later on tonight, as Saray, the #1 contender for the NXT Women's Championship, will be teaming up with the Women's Tag Team Champions, the Iconics, to take on Toxic Attraction. Mandy Rose and Saray go at it for the NXT Women's Championship in a couple weeks' time at TakeOver in your house, as well as Toxic Attraction will be taking on the Iconics for the Women's Tag Team titles. So that's going to be a big night for us tonight as well. As our big main event, Jon Moxley takes on Carmelo Hayes, who's the current #1 contender. As a powerbomb there by Mr. Adonis there. Ooh. Gibson almost taking a loss there, as Cash Wheeler almost being able to put him away. As James Drake up there in the corner, trying to get the crowd behind him here in Winter Park, Florida. Look at that with a frog splash there. Is that enough for FTR to advance? No. And if I'm everybody else, I gotta be careful. It's a 2-on-1 handicap match, essentially in the middle of the ring. You get the Grizzled Young Veterans and you got Cash Wheeler of FTR in the ring. It is essentially a handicap match in the middle of that ring. So one man could be actually taking out Cash Wheeler, another one can defend the ring from anyone trying to get into the ring, actually. So be very, very careful. But Cash Wheeler doing very well, holding up against these other superstars. As, ooh, big Russian leg sweep by Dax Harwood here at ringside. And now look at Gibson just ripping up the face there of Cash Wheeler. That is not going to be feeling too good. And now the Grizzled Young Veterans in complete control as Top Dollar getting taken out here in the bottom left hand of your screen here. Pinfall attempt. Will this be enough? Reach the 1 count. And look at the Grizzled Young Veterans. They are eating this up right now. They're telling all these other tag teams to come and get it. Ooh, there's a big knee drop to that left quad there. Look at these big haymakers from both men. And now a big takedown there from one of the Creed brothers. Let's look at that. James. Oh, I should say Zach Gibson going to work here. There's a different camera view here from the outside. Top Dollar. Big old German suplex. Unfortunately, we didn't get to see what happened in the middle of the ring, but I'm assuming it must have been pretty good as look at Zach Gibson's almost going for the pinfall, not working out there, but James Drake spiking Top Dollar there momentarily. And now we have a big old cluster in the middle of the ring, everybody going at it right now. Nice neck breaker there. And look at Dax, he is eating up this crowd right now. Everyone is so hyped up to have the Revival back on NXT. And the tag team champions in their own right here in Universe Mode definitely know what to do when it comes to championships. Dax here. A little bit of a double knees. Oh no, that was from Zach Gibson. Pardon me. 2, 3. Yes, it is. And Grizzled Young Veterans are going to NXT Takeover in your house. For some reason, I thought Dax was the one that connected on it, but it was actually Zach Gibson of the Grizzled Young Veterans. Good back and forth matchup. Get the little showcase of the skills of all these tag teams here. As look at that, the double knees, and look at that. This is tag team is going to the NXT Takeover in your house. You guys give the Grizzled Young Veterans a chance, or do we see Legado del Fantasma retain? We'll have to wait until then. We are back with some more tag team action, ladies and gentlemen. As now it's going to be Saray teaming up with the Iconics. And we get a little taste of what's to come, coming up in just a couple weeks' time, the night just before the Royal Rumble. It's going to be a big, big night, ladies and gentlemen, for the Royal Rumble. A lot of women, a lot of men for both sides. And, you know, maybe we'll see some NXT men and women in the Royal Rumble this year once again. You never know. Last year we had the NWO, we had the Undisputed Era as well, amongst others. So I mean, it's something we'll have to wait and see. Maybe we'll see Saray, the Iconics. Maybe we'll see Toxic Attraction, Mandy Rose. Maybe we'll see Gigi Dolan or even JC Jane. So anything could be possible. Imagine an NXT superstar winning the Royal Rumble. I mean, anything is possible. We have a lot of veterans here now in NXT making their way back. Vince McMahon gave Triple H, you know, telling him he wants a rebuild here. And then after that rebuild, he gave Triple H the opportunity to rebuild with whatever he would like. And it looks like we are going to get that with a lot of these superstars that, you know, went to different companies, or, you know, they were taking a break from their contract. And as here come your NXT Tag Team Champions, the Iconics. They will be taking on Toxic Attraction just in, I believe, 2 weeks' time. at NXT TakeOver in your house. It's going to be a great night, ladies and gentlemen. NXT TakeOver in your house is looking very good. I'm talking about very good. The Iconics in-ring action, they look very good as well. But then also you got, more women's action with Mandy Rose defending against Saray. Also, you got Carmelo Hayes taking on Braun Breaker, but also you got Cameron Grimes defending against Santos Escobar for the North American Championship as well. As now here comes Mandy Rose with a Toxic Attraction. We'll see how Toxic Attraction, they've been working quite well so far. We'll see how they gel and, walk it out at NXT TakeOver. They may walk out with all the championships. Gigi Dolan, JC Jane, very impressive at how they are. But we will have to wait and see.
Well, she certainly looks ready to prove once and for all that she is the better competitor. Of course she looks ready, Michael, but as we all know, looks can
Mandy Rose under the tutelage, or I should say taking these women under her own tutelage to take them to better heights. And I think Mandy Rose being the leader of this group could be very underrated, honestly. Because, Mandy Rose is trying to find herself as well, so these younger girls can, help her out in whatever way possible. Let's look at Mandy. Oh, nice face buster there. And if you guys remember last week, Mandy Rose was actually in action one-on-one. Saray was trying to play some mind games. Mandy Rose ultimately winning her matchup. But, it just was Saray, any way possible, get in your opponent's head. You don't always have to be a bad guy to get into your opponent's head. These good guys can get in their heads too. And it's, for Saray, hey, she's going to play mind games. That's what she's, that's what she's going to do. That's what every superstar, any little advantage you can get over your opponent, that's going to be helpful. Good, bad, or otherwise. And imagine Saray is your new NXT Women's Champion. Is Saray going to get that tag? Here comes Peyton Royce, one half of the Women's Tag Team Champions. Oh, nice snap. Snap suplex there from Mandy. And looks like Mandy's going to tag. Here we go. Here comes a Gigi Dolan, making her way into this ring. And we get a little taste of what's to come here in a couple weeks when the titles are on the line between both of these teams. Now Dolan looking to go back to work, but Peyton Royce with a perfect reversal in the moment. Oh, trying to wrench that left arm out of socket. And now again, oh my God. Take too many of those and you may need to have shoulder surgery for that. And now here we go, Billie Kay getting that tag, and of course she's going to be cocky, confident as she is. She rightfully has the ability to do that because she's one half of the tag team champions. And like I mentioned before, plenty more to come for you guys tonight. Main event, Jon Moxley takes on Carmelo Hayes in it's going to be a barn burner of a match. Carmelo Hayes is the #1 contender for the NXT Championship. We saw Carmelo Hayes interfere in last week's match against Chris Jericho between Braun Breaker and Chris Jericho. Well, Chris Jericho ended up defeating Braun Breaker. And then also, a big matchup later on tonight is going to be happening. We won't be saying too much about it here next, though, as here comes the tag. Here comes Saray looking to take it to JC Jane here. As look at JC Jane spiking her right on her head. That is not going to be feeling too good. As Saray was in the way of JC Jane, she couldn't complete what she was thinking about doing. Is now Saray hitting her with a snap suplex of her own. So luckily Saray was able to break that up before JC Jane could kind of continue what she was thinking about doing there. And then also later on tonight, Christian is in action as well. So, we got ourselves a big night, ladies and gentlemen. We're just a couple weeks away from NXT TakeOver. Now JC Jane can go for those kicks, those brutal kicks to the right knee. And imagine if Toxic Attraction can, you know, hurt the Iconics just before the big tag team match in a couple weeks, that will favor the Toxic Attraction. It's a big back suplex. And look at JC Jane absolutely loving what she did here. And oh, JC Jane not going to allow Billie Kay to help out here. As what's JC thinking about doing? Oh, Billie Kay, from behind, attacking that left knee. And just like that, I mean, for that, you got to blame JC Jane there, because she could have easily, you know, thrown, you know, Billie Kay against that barricade, but, you know, she didn't do that. Referee now at a 5 here. Now at a 6. We will not have a count-out victory at the moment here. As oh my God, what a jumping knee strike. Can this referee check? Oh my God, again. Can somebody check the face of Peyton Royce? That face may be busted wide open. And now here we go with the tag. NXT Women's Champion gonna get that tag. Can she put away Peyton Royce? Because right now Peyton Royce is in trouble here. And now I'm just gonna toss her over the top rope, and of course Mandy Rose gonna eat this up right now. I mean, she'd be perfectly fine with a count-out victory here. The less action that Mandy Rose has to do, the better. It's probably what she's thinking. So she can go back to tanning in the beds and everything in the back there. Oh my God, what a back rake there. That ain't going to be feeling too good. And Mandy Rose going to take some time to celebrate, and now we get ourselves a tag. Here comes Billie Kay. But Mandy Rose once again one step ahead of her and going to hit a big old back suplex. And it looks like Toxic Attraction working quite well together right now. So far, so good. It's a big clubbing blow there from Billie Kay. But like we mentioned, a big NXT Takeover in your house card, ladies and gentlemen. A little bit of everything. Big underrated match I'm looking forward to. Grayson Waller versus Christian Cage. That is definitely going to be a barn burner. The up-and-coming Grayson Waller. He defeated Braun Breaker a couple weeks ago. And then that's when we had the 3 superstars make their debut. Christian Cage first, then Chris Jericho, then Jon Moxley. All to end that episode of NXT. It's very crazy to think about. Billie Kay going to work on those knees. Anything to get the upper hand in this matchup is, again, that left knee being sought after here. And Billie going to toss her back in the ring here. Going to be very, very careful. But toss her right into there. And now we get a tag. Here comes Mandy Rose. With those big long legs of Billie Kay helping out here. And now Billie Kay coming right after Gigi Dolan. Gigi Dolan helping out. Rightfully so. But a drop kick there from Mandy Rose. Rose looking to fly. This could be bad. A missile drop kick takes down Billie Kay. Beautiful maneuver there from Mandy. This has been a hard-hitting women's matchup right now. This is a non-title matchup. All 6 women in this matchup are involved at NXT TakeOver in your house. We'll see how these women will be faring. We'll be seeing new champions that night. Mandy Rose and Billie Kay in much of a stalemate here. Referee now at a 6. Mandy Rose don't care. She just wants to inflict some damage to Billie Kay's face. Oh my God. Now we are at an 8. Mandy Rose has to decide if she needs to get back in this ring here. Both of them are at a 9. And now Mandy Rose getting back into the ring. And now we get our count-out victory. Toxic Attraction picks up the win. I feel like that referee was really slow with his count. But tonight, the Toxic Attraction walk out with a count-out victory here. A win's and a win for Toxic Attraction. Not what everyone wants to see for a matchup, but Toxic Attraction walks out with a count-out victory here tonight. And will these women walk out with all the titles? We will have to wait and find out. There's Santos Escobar backstage, and look, it's Karrion Kross too. And wait a minute. Oh my God, Karrion Kross laying laying out Santos Escobar. What in the hell is going on backstage? Kicked so hard that he literally just laid to waste Santos Escobar there. Oh no. No, 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 no. Oh my God. What a destroying blow there from Karrion Kross. And why is the Intercontinental Champion beating the living hell out of Santos Escobar here? Can somebody let me know what in the hell's going on here? And no, Kross, not again. Kross, oh my God. Kross laying waste to the #1 contender. But what is there a certain reasoning? Why? Oh my God. And again, man. And now that shovel laying waste to Santos Escobar. Oh no, not again. He's already hit twice. He's already hit him twice. And this may be it right here.
That's it. Calling it by knockout.
And now look, there's Cameron Grimes coming out of nowhere. Is he challenging? Is he challenging? Oh, no, 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 no. He's challenging Cameron. Grimes eating a forearm. Oh my God. This is a bad day for Santos and Cameron Grimes. Can somebody let me know what in the hell is going on? Does somebody have answers here? This is not what you want in another big boot. He is not playing around now, ladies and gentlemen. And now, oh no, oh my God. Right on this lovely thing that we have here, these lovely crates that we have. Oh no, 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 no. No, 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 no. Oh my God, the Alabama Slam. And we need to get some medical attention, not just for Santos, but for Cameron Grimes. Grimes is being taken out. Santos Escobar being taken out. And now, Cameron Grimes. And now, again, Karrion Kross. Kross here. Oh my God. Karrion Kross laying out Escobar and Grimes. I'm sick of waiting and trying to find competition. I'm going to find the competition, and I just found that with Santos and Cameron Grimes. So you know what? How about this? Triple H, we make this official. A unification match between the Intercontinental Championship and the North American Championship at NXT TakeOver in your house. I'm not going to be a walkover like Punk is. Yeah, I did come at CM Punk away, but I don't care anymore. It's about me, CM Punk and Ilya Dragunov. I don't want any more of this group. You literally slowing me down. This Intercontinental Championship, yes, it's one of the best things I've ever had, but I want competition, and I need it now. And I cannot wait until NXT TakeOver in your house if Triple H decides to accept this. Competition is what I need and lacked here on NXT. No more waiting in the back. No more groupies. I am going to be no longer part of CM Punk's group. I respect Punk, but it seems like it's all about him no matter what. And Ilya Dragunov, I wish him nothing but the best. But I need the championship, and I'm going to get that North American Championship belt at NXT TakeOver in your house. I really don't care who I have to pin or submit, Santos Escobar or even Cameron Grimes. At the end of the night, I'm walking out with the North American Championship and the Intercontinental Championship unified, and I will continue to dominate NXT with or without your support. Pretty big words there from Karrion Kross. He wants no longer to be part of Punk society, and he's officially challenging the North American Championship and making it a unification match between the North American Championship and the Intercontinental Championship. It's going to be absolutely crazy, guys, when you think about it. As Christian makes his way down the ring, and wait a minute, Grayson Waller, the challenger for Christian, in just a couple weeks' time, as Christian makes his way into the ramp there, or now going back inside the ring. I don't think he notices Grayson Waller. Now Waller into the ring here, and Waller right behind him. Now Waller from behind. And now look at this. Look at Grayson Waller throwing Christian Cage all over the place. Grayson Waller not coming out here to play around with Christian here. Big kick from this young man. Oh, look at Christian Cage with the reversal, but Waller just too fast in this exchange. And a big jawbreaker stuns Christian Cage, taking him down. Christian Cage is supposed to be in action here momentarily against Madcap Moss, but I don't think we're going to get that match. We're having a much heated battle to focus on here in the middle of the ring. Big snap suplex there from Christian. Christian going to put some big fighting kicks right in there to the chest there. He's going to make Grayson Waller put some respect on his name. Christian is not messing around. Look at this, just stomp it away on the chest there of Grayson Waller. And Waller with a big kick. And now Cage though. Oh, both men. It seems like they've been watching the tape on each other. Because both men just countering after counter. Oh my goodness, Christian DDT'd there. Christian Cage is in trouble here. Look at Grayson Waller trying to decide what he wants to do. Christian Cage barely trying to get up to his feet here. And Waller gonna make him pay, spiking him on his head and face there. Waller just gonna continuously just let Christian Cage get back up to his feet here. And nothing wrong with that, a big old sling blade there. Into a basement drop kick right there into the face as Waller gets the upper hand here. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, it is main event time here on NXT. As Jon Moxley makes his way down to the ring. Jon Moxley and Chris Jericho will be having a one-on-one contest here in a couple weeks' time at NXT TakeOver. But tonight Moxley is very focused, very determined on this big matchup here. Chris Jericho has done quite well for himself these last couple of weeks. He eventually went over the NXT champion, Braun Breaker. And we'll see if Jon Moxley can pick up a win here against Carmelo Hayes, who's currently the #1 contender for that NXT championship. Moxley's going to look to put Carmelo Hayes in his place tonight. Moxley, a former United States champion, former tag team champion in his own right. As there is Carmelo Hayes walking out with Trick Williams. Carmelo Hayes defeated CM Punk to get this opportunity. Well, not to face Jon Moxley, but a one-on-one contest against Braun Breaker. Both men have a win over each other, so this matchup at NXT TakeOver in Your House Royal Rumble weekend can definitely change the life of Carmelo Hayes if he's able to defeat Braun Breaker for that NXT championship. As Carmelo Hayes all fired up here. It's going to be one of the biggest matches of his whole career. Like I said, it's Jon Moxley here tonight. A big veteran WWE making his return after being away for a very long time from WWE. As there is Jon Moxley in phenomenal shape, so is Carmelo Hayes. We need a winner. Who is going to win here in the main event tonight here on NXT? The clubbing rope. Carmelo Hayes not backing down from Moxley. Moxley, this man will literally throw himself through glass to win a matchup. He'll literally fall off a 20-foot ladder, Hell in a Cell, whatever he needs to do to win a match. And it's crazy for Moxley. The last time we saw him in a pay-per-view matchup, Moxley ended up winning against Seth Rollins. But Rollins and Ambrose would go to the top of a Hell in a Cell, where Rollins would throw Dean Ambrose off that top of the Hell in a Cell. And Rollins would actually jump off the Hell in a Cell onto Dean Ambrose at that time. But now, Dean Ambrose is known as Jon Moxley here in NXT. Carmelo Hayes just stomping away. Carmelo Hayes, look at that cocky confidence of this young man. If I'm Carmelo, you gotta be very careful. You cannot be too cocky. You give Moxley way too much time to get back in a matchup, and I could definitely see him, taking this win very, very quickly. It's a big kick there from Moxley. And look at Moxley saying, hey, come on, kid. It's a big old waist lock, belly to belly there. Old school wrestling move again. And now Carmelo Hayes being taken to school here. And for Moxley, he's slowing down the match, and that's what he needs to do. He can wrestle with the best of the best, strongest of the strongest, toughest of the toughest. Moxley is definitely up there. That's a big elbow to the lower back there of Carmelo Hayes. Now pinfall attempt by Moxley. Will this be enough? 2. Very close, 2.5. As now, little bit of an armbar here, trying to defeat Carmelo Hayes in the main event. Will Carmelo Hayes be able to stay in this matchup? And look at Carmelo Hayes, big punches to Jon Moxley here. Oh, look at Trick Williams getting involved, and now that springboard leg drop, and just like that, Carmelo Hayes might be able to steal victory. No, just a 1 count. And Carmelo Hayes talking to Trick Williams saying, hey, what do I need to do? What else? Hey, you got a couple more interference privileges to do? I don't know if there's a set amount, but I'm just saying he's probably trying to figure out what he needs to do to put down Moxley permanently. That's Moxley coming right after the #1 contender here. As Moxley. Oh, look at look at a steal 1 here. Moxley 2. He's gonna. So close to losing this matchup. Carmelo Hayes almost had him. And Carmelo Hayes, you can sense it. He literally has Moxley right on the ropes, right where he wants him. Just now, Carmelo Hayes. Oh my God, that left knee. Oh, that's just not something you want to be taking. Look at that. A little bit of an arm bar there. Didn't get all of it, but nonetheless, he's able to get some of it. And now Carmelo. Oh, nice underhook suplex there from Carmelo. And now, Carmelo Hayes gonna go up top. Moxley might be a little bit too close for him to finish this maneuver, possibly. Leg drop! Vintage Carmelo Hayes. And imagine the cocky confidence if he wins this. And he does. What a win for Carmelo Hayes over the veteran Jon Moxley here in the main event of NXT, ladies and gentlemen. What a main event. A lot of back and forth. Carmelo Hayes able to survive this matchup, especially in certain amounts into this matchup here. Look at this. The head scissors into the arm bar. Didn't really work out in the favor. And then hits that leg drop. What a beauty. And Carmelo Hayes is ready for his NXT Championship matchup at NXT TakeOver. And now Braun Breaker. Thinking about Carmelo Hayes might have been trying to go after Moxley there for a second. Well, now both men going to go at it. Carmelo Hayes getting the upper hand here momentarily. Moxley down and out here. At ringside, and Braun Breaker with a devastating clothesline. Trick Williams trying to attack Braun Breaker. That didn't really favor him at all. As now both men go to work to each other out here at ringside. And look at Hayes. Look at those. Hayes is going to be on cloud 9 here. Carmelo looking fantastic here. It's Carmelo Hayes saying, hey, I'm done now. I ain't doing this shit. If someone's man enough to say that they're done with me, I'll respect that. But what Karrion Kross is doing, I'm not respecting that whatsoever. So Karrion Kross, we don't need you in our group. That's fine. I will lead Ilya Dragunov to the promised land. I guarantee you that. And for Triple H, I'll send you a message here next week when I'm in a match against Karrion Kross. And wait a minute. Oh no, talking about Karrion Kross. Karrion Kross has found CM Punk backstage. Oh no. CM Punk is asking for a matchup with Karrion Kross, a man that is absolutely snapped. If you thought he was going to be dangerous in Punk society, imagine how he's going to do now. CM Punk wants a match with Karrion Kross, and I think Triple H wouldn't mind have Karrion Kross taken on CM Punk. I guarantee that Triple H will definitely approve that. As now, through the table! And no. Oh no, the little bit of a cross The cross jacket. The cross jacket on CM Punk. Punk trying to get out of it.
I don't think he had it fully locked in.
That's just a vicious maneuver there from Cross. And now Cross again. Gonna go try to take out Punk. Are you kidding me? Karrion Kross has snapped tonight. He wants to put his title into a unification matchup at TakeOver with Cameron Grimes and Santos Escobar. And now CM Punk wants a match with the Kross, and he's going to get it next week possibly if Triple H does allow that to happen. And again, just beating him the lower back with that vicious hockey stick. And Kross, one final message to Punk. There goes Punk Society right there.
Knockout victory. This one is over.